and welcome out here to Woodland Park and this semifinal match play event between Kelley and Seth Singleton. And we're picking up here at hole 2. This is a 275-foot par 3. I'm John Dale, joined by Drake Abernathy. Drake, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent, John.
Great.
It's a good matchup today.
Yeah, so the first hole, Kelley was able to win that. Can you describe for our viewers what happened on hole number 1, Drake?
Yeah, both men had good drives, and both left their upshots a little bit short. Kelley hit a 30-foot putt for birdie, and Seth did his 80 yards from about 25 feet and hit the bomb.
All right, so here's Seth Singleton with his second shot. Looks like he's a little right and long.
Seth threw a sidearm off the tee, trying to play the skip play. Landed on the sunscreen like this, so I think Kelley left it a little bit high.
Okay, Kelley hits the top of the basket, so looks like both of these gentlemen will be holding out for a 3 and a push here on hole 2. Okay, here's Seth Singleton, third shot, hole 2. And it's in. Back. Hole 3, Kelley has the tee. And he is great shot there. Alright, I'm going to mute the volume for a bit. Sorry about that. We're all square through 3. And both Seth Singleton and Kelley have their drives up the fairway there on 4. And Seth Singleton is going to be re-teeing due to his first shot being pretty deep in the rough. Here's Seth Singleton after the penalty, third shot.
I'm gonna go for it.
And he's attempting to go over the top of the trees. And it actually made it through quite a bit, but it looks like it did hit in the middle of the woods and dropped. So Seth Singleton is going to be in pretty rough shape, Drake, for his fourth shot.
Yeah, he's going to play this one safe. Make sure he takes a forward and he'll gain a stroke on this one, John.
Yeah, Grant should have this one in the bag unless he has a complete meltdown. We'll let everyone at home just watch for a minute as we continue down the tees. I'm going to mute the mics. Yes, so looks like Grant Kelley is up by the hole 4 basket with his third shot. Seth Singleton, on the other hand, looks like he was looking at his 5th shot under the basket. Is that what you're seeing there, Drake?
At least 5. He ended up in the woods, and I really can't tell how many strokes he has taken.
Yeah, so.
But Grant is definitely going to win this hole.
So hole 4 is complete. Grant Kelley wins. He is now 1 up through 4. We'll see everyone at hole 5 in just a minute.
Who's it picking up?
We're back hole 5. It's a par 3. Grant Kelley is 1 up. He has the tee. And a nice backhand turnover shot there, Drake. Looks like he's in great shape.
Can't do it much better than that, John.
Okay, here's Seth Singleton. And he also goes with a backhand turnover. It's also going to be in pretty good shape. It's a little left, but kicked back out into the fairway.
It should have bounced right down to the basket, John.
So I think he'll be happy with that. Definitely. Well, it's a beautiful day out here, Drake.
Yeah, no
for disco.
wind.
I think I saw the temperature is right about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Clear skies. Quite a bit different than yesterday. We had a quarterfinal match out here between Clint Wright and Swiss.
Yeah,
and
pretty windy that day.
Yeah, the conditions were pretty difficult. Clint did win the match 2 up, so congratulations to Clint Wright. He'll be playing in the semifinals against Jimmy Elkins out here at Woodland Park tomorrow at 12 noon. So looking forward to that match.
Not only did Clint win his Matchplay match, but he also got 4th place in the Alabama Spring Fling-Out.
So congratulations, Clint Wright. We are looking forward to seeing you and Jimmy Elkins face off tomorrow. But for now, here's Grant Kelley, second shot of 5. And just a routine shot there for him. Drake, same for Seth Singleton. So hole 5 is a push. Both competitors had 2s. Grant Kelley 1 up through 5 will be at hole 6 in just a minute. and he has the tee, which is 355 feet long. Downhill, we have now entered what is called Birdie Row here at Woodland Park, Drake.
Yeah, and I think the next few holes are going to determine the winner, John, of the match.
And it looks like there's quite a bit of traffic at the moment. And there's Grant Kelley with his backhand drive. Looks like he's letting it hyzer out over the road and back, and it skips within 30 feet of the basket. Here's Seth Singleton.
And we do have a slight headwind on hole 6.
And his is out a little wider right, but looks like it stayed in bounds. He's gonna, yeah, so Seth's gonna have a really tough shot back at the basket here, Drake. Looks like Grant has an opportunity to get one more hole on Seth Singleton.
Yeah, this would be a big pickup for Grant Kelley right here.
Yeah,
overall, I'd say both players are pretty much equally skilled. Would you not, John?
Yeah, they're both, I'd say this is a pretty evenly matched semifinal here. Both these guys are definitely capable of winning this bracket. Okay, here's Seth Singleton with his second shot, hole 6. And good run there, but definitely a little too low. So Grant Kelley has his opportunity to win hole 6 from 20 feet out. And he does. Clean stroke there by Grant Kelley. He takes hole 6 and is now 2 up through 6. We'll be at hole 7 in just a minute. Back hole 7, Grant Kelley 2 up, he has the tee. Alright, and we just saw both competitors' tee shots there, Drake. Looks like Grant had a tough break, hit an early tree, whereas Seth Singleton made it all the way down toward the basket.
I say if you're Grant here, you got to be running this.
Okay, here's Grant Kelley with his second shot, hole 7. And he goes with a, looks like kind of a casual approach there.
Yeah,
He's set up for a 3, but Seth Singleton definitely has the opportunity to
pretty much
take this hole.
tap in for Seth.
Yeah, it'll be a, I mean, he might not even have to straddle putt this, Drake. He might have a line for whatever method of putting he wants to use here.
What do you say, John? 15 feet or less?
15 or less, yeah, definitely. I mean, he is in money range right here. Okay, so here's Seth Singleton to take hole 7 with the 2.
Seth didn't miss an easy putt on hole 1.
It's in dead center. Great putt there by Seth Singleton. Grant Kelley is now 1 up. We'll be at hole 8 in just a minute. back hole 8. Seth Singleton has the tee, but Grant Kelley is one up. And Seth goes with a nice backhand, but it's a little bit too much of a hyzer there, Drake.
Yeah, not a bad putt from there, though.
Okay, here's Grant Kelley, tee shot, hole 8. And Grant Kelley's going with a lower hyzer backhand shot there, and he skips within 20 feet of the hole. Great shot there by Grant Kelley. Yeah, this hole statistically is the easiest hole on the course, Drake. It's 240 feet from the tee to the basket, out of bounds road to the right. But you know, if you're a backhand player, it's pretty easy to keep this in bounds.
Yeah, you can put a little hyzer on it, a little too much. You crash into that hill and it kind of funnels you right to the basket. You just got to put the right distance on it and you pretty much get a tap-in birdie.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun hole, but you really have to get a birdie on this unless you want to lose a stroke to the field. All right, so Seth Singleton is coming up on his disc now. Looks like he's gonna have a good 25 feet out of the rough to the basket, but should be able to straddle and have an opportunity. Here's Seth Singleton, second shot, hole 8. And it's low.
Too much nose down.
Window of opportunity here for Grant Kelley. Can he close out this hole and get one back on Seth Singleton?
Probably closer than 20 feet, John.
Yeah, I would agree there, Drake. And he makes it look that way as well. Great 2 there by Grant Kelley. He takes hole 8. He is now 2 up. We'll be at hole 9 in just a minute. Back hole 9. It's a 247-foot par 3 uphill to the basket. Grant Kelley is 2 up. He has the tee. And he goes with a low backhand hyzer there, but it is too low, just like you heard him say there, Drake. Tough break there for Grant Kelley. Here's Seth Singleton, tee shot, hole 9. And he goes through the gap. That's definitely the most direct route to the hole, and his forehand shot skips up.
He gets a lucky skip there.
I'd say maybe 20, 25 feet to the basket. What would you say, Drake?
Yeah, I'm thinking about 30 feet to the pin.
So he'll have another opportunity here to get a hole back on Grant Kelley. This match has been pretty tight so far, Drake, from what we've seen as we're nearing the halfway point.
Yeah, let's see. Seth has yet to take the lead, though. He's fought back, made it all square, but has yet to have the advantage on Grant.
Yeah, so this is one opportunity for him to get closer to taking that hole back on Grant. It's going to be not an easy putt for Seth Singleton, but definitely one he needs to make at this point in the match. Okay, here's Grant Kelley with his second shot, hole 9. And he lays it up. He's playing for a push here, Jake.
Yeah, he's hoping Seth misses this one.
Okay, so Seth Singleton with his second putt and the opportunity to take hole 9. Like you said, Drake, he's looking at a good 25, maybe 30 feet.
Yeah, he was about this distance on hole 1. Hit bottom cage. Let's see if you can correct it.
And it's in. Great 2 there by Seth Singleton. He takes hole 9. Grant Kelley is 1 up at the halfway point. We'll be at hole 10 in just a minute. Okay, we're back hole 10, 502-foot par 4. Seth Singleton had the tee. He just drove it. Forehand shot, a little low there, Drake, but here's Grant Kelley with his tee shot, hole 10.
Yeah, anything through that gap is good.
And Grant Kelley, beautiful backhand drive there. Kicks a tree, but he's still in great shape.
He made it past it, so he should have a clear upshot.
I would say so far the shot of the tournament we've seen on this hole was Swiss Alfter in the first round when he drove it within 15 feet of the basket, Drake, for a nice eagle.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be the shot of the tournament. It's going to be tough to see somebody top that unless there's a hole-in-one maybe.
Yeah, that was incredible, but I'm hoping to see some more highlights here in these next few matches. But nonetheless, that was a great drive there by Grant Kelley. I think most of the field would be thrilled to be in that position. And Seth Singleton is on the other side of this tree line that we're approaching. It looks like, so he's gonna have a little more work cut out for him, but with that good forehand shot of his, he has a lot of tools at his disposal.
Either, John.
So should be able to work his way into a 3. Let's see how he does with his second shot. And he clips a tree, but he still gets quite a bit of distance, but he's a good 50, at least 50 feet from the basket, Drake.
Yeah, that was a respectable shot. Looks like we got some trash on the fairway.
All right, here's Grant Kelley with his second shot, hole 10. Ooh, tough break there for Grant Kelley. Rare mistake.
Early release.
Yeah, right dead center into this skinny tree.
Mentally, that might affect him.
Yeah, he needs to shake that off and keep going. But here is Grant Kelley again, now with his third shot, hole 10. And he's into the trees again, and
I just felt like he
bad
didn't take
bounce.
his time there.
But he's
Mentally, you got to take a second. Think about what just happened and recover. Grant went ahead and lined up right behind his shot.
He'll have an opportunity at a 4 here. It's definitely within his range, but not an easy putt. Here's Seth Singleton from close to that same distance, but with his 3rd shot. An opportunity to take hole 10. And wow, just a little low, but great run there, Drake. And this is Grant Kelley with his 4th shot, trying to get this hole to a push.
Take your time, Grant. Take your time.
And it's low, so Seth Singleton should be able to tap in with a 4 here and take hole 10, but we've seen stranger things happen. We've seen people miss from this distance as well. But here's Seth Singleton to win hole 10. And he does. Great hole there by Seth Singleton. The match is now all square. We'll be at hole 11 in just a minute. Okay, we're back hole 11. Seth Singleton just drove with a forehand, and he is right under the basket. Great shot there, Drake. Here's Grant Kelley, this tee shot. Hole 11. And he turns that over badly.
Yeah,
Up near the 12
strange
tee.
run up there from Grant.
So he's in a bit of a rut right now, but
This might be what Seth needs to take over this match. Getting one here. It's his first lead of the round.
you definitely have to take advantage of any window your opponent gives you in this style of competition. And for Seth Singleton, this is that moment, just like you said, Drake. Okay, looks like Grant Kelley has found his tee shot. He is looking at having to throw around quite a few obstacles, about 80 feet out from the basket. Here he is with his 2nd shot, hole 11. And never mind, he's still looking, trying to scout out a route, Drake. What would you be thinking at this moment if you were him?
Now, I think he was not only looking at the route, but seeing how close Seth was.
And it's good strategy there by Grant Kelley. Here he is. With his 2nd shot, he threw it way up, spiked it in, and maybe he was trying to go for it there, Drake? Because Seth might be parked?
I think Grant might also just be, once he makes a bad shot, he's rushing to his disc and to make the throw.
It looks like he's just conceded the hole. He just gave it to Seth Singleton. So Seth Singleton wins hole 11, and we're moving on to hole 12. Seth Singleton 1 up. Okay, we're back. Hole 12, par 3. Seth Singleton 1 up. He has the tee. And he goes with a forehand drive there, but it takes an unfortunate kick off the guardian trees. Wow, tough break there for Seth. Here's Grant Kelley.
Bad luck.
And he's going with a backhand shot that skips with the gap. He'll have about a 40, 50 foot putt there through the tree corridor for a 2 Drake. That's not easy.
I was gonna say, that's still a very tough putt.
You have to have it laser straight and uphill, and with an OB beyond the basket.
That's the hardest thing, is keeping the putter high enough to hit the chains from there, John.
But with the match being pretty close at this moment, neither opponent really has to take advantage of this. There really is no advantage here. It's more risk than reward. But here's Seth Singleton with his second shot, hole 12. And wow, he almost actually went in there, Drake.
Yeah, a respectable run there from Seth.
Okay, so Grant Kelley with his second shot. If he makes it in, he wins this hole. Let's watch. And once again, the Kelley magic is alive. Great putt there by Grant Kelley. He takes hole 12 with a clutch 2, and we're all square going into 13. Back, hole 13, all square. Grant Kelley has the tee. And takes an early skip off a tree. Looks like he was trying to go with a backhand anhyzer there. Just didn't quite work for him. Here's Seth Singleton. Tee shot, hole 13. And he's going with a great forehand shot. Will it stay clean? Did not see where it landed exactly, Drake.
Looks like it's behind the trees, close to the basket. Grant Kelley has thrown the same disc the last 3 holes off the tee.
Really? Well, he's obviously pretty comfortable with that. I guess you could say the last 3 holes you could have an anhyzer shot.
Holes, he's hit a tree off the tee, so. But he did get a birdie on hole 12 with it. Being all square going into hole 13, John, did you see this match going to the playoff?
Oh, absolutely. Here's Grant Kelley with his second shot. And he's going with a nice approach shot there. Should be an easy cleanup for a 3. Well, let's see where Seth Singleton ended up. He had the distance on that shot. It's just a matter of where did it land in relation to these trees guarding the basket on the left side. And he looks like it must have gone long, so he will have a clean look for a 2. and to win. Oh, he's in great shape, Drake.
Pretty much a tap in from here, John.
Okay, so here's.
It'd be real disappointing to see him miss this. Sun in Seth's eyes.
And it's in a little high, but it's in. He wins hole 13. He's one up. And we're heading to hole 14 in just a minute. Shot there, Drake. He's well down the fairway.
Straight up shot to the pin.
And Grant Kelley going with a roller attempt here, and it does stand up. Great shot there by Grant Kelley. Both of these gentlemen just putting on a clinic here with these hole 14 drives. So I would expect one of them to get a 3 here. These approach shots are going to be critical, Drake.
Yeah, if not one, but 2 of these guys could get a 3 here.
The leaves are slowly coming out here at Woodland Park as we continue in this local bracket of the US Amateur Matchplay Championships.
You think that's making the course a little bit more difficult, John?
It will. I don't think the leaves are playing much of a factor at this point, other than making the course just that much more beautiful as the late afternoon sun shines through the leaves. It's a beautiful course this time of year.
Yeah, I could definitely see a pro tour event being hosted here one day, John.
Yeah, that would be great. But many years down the road, we'll see how many courses we have here in the area. But I would expect the sport to continue to grow, and we'll see what happens. But here is Grant Kelley approaching his shot. Looks like Seth will be out. He just happens to be a little farther to the left in the fairway. But he's gonna have quite a ways to go to get to the hole, but it's definitely within his skill level.
Historically, we've seen Grant go backhand here, and I don't think that's the best option. He's playing against the grid here. Hill's gonna make his disc more stable.
Alright, so there's Grant Kelley.
Those are with Anheuser. Gives him a putt, but that's a tough putt.
Yeah, he's got a look at 3. Here's Seth Singleton with his second shot, hole 14. He goes with the forehand approach there, Drake. Very direct, and he's gonna have a tap in. I think it's gonna be within 10 feet, wouldn't you say?
I couldn't really tell from where we were standing.
He definitely had the more advantageous position there if you're throwing
straight into the hill.
Yeah, I'd say either forehand or backhand. He had the advantage.
Yes.
Grant Kelley would have really had to use a forehand to.
Yeah, I think he would benefit from throwing a forehand there. Grant has a good sidearm. I feel like he gets nervous with it though.
Yeah. Well, match play is not the time to try with any experimental shots unless you're down and you need to just go wild. But here's Grant Kelley to get his 3 on hole 14. And it's low, hits the pole, it's rolling, but it'll stay within 10 feet of the basket.
Oh yes, Seth's got a tap in here.
And Seth Singleton takes hole 14 with an excellent 3. He's 2 up through 14, and we're heading to hole 15 in just a minute. hole 15. It's a par 3. Seth Singleton 2 up. He just teed off, and he has it within 15 feet of the basket.
Easy putt.
Okay, here's Grant Kelley with his tee shot. Hole 15. And he throws it laser straight. He's also in excellent shape there, and he will have his back to the sun, which should make that putt just that much easier compared to Seth Singleton's.
Yeah, it looks like 2 tap-ins, and that's not what Grant needs right now. If they continue to push, Seth will take this match.
Yeah, it's looking like hole 16 might be one of the big determining holes here as to whether we get to continue towards that playoff, Drake.
Yeah, I think 16 and 17 are going to be key holes for Grant. I say he has to win them both.
Okay.
I did see Seth play 18 warming up, and he did get a birdie on it, which is hard to do from the warm tees.
Okay, so can't tell exactly who's out. Looks like it's Seth Singleton, so here's Seth Singleton
Running
with
into
his
the sun.
second putt. Into the sun, yep.
Close putt. Would hate to see him miss this.
And it's in,
Ooh.
just barely. You could hear the metal clanging there, but Grant Kelley has to hit this putt. Here he is. It's in. Routine. Both competitors with a 2 on 15, and it's a push. Seth Singleton 2 up. We'll be at hole 16 in just a minute. Okay, we're back hole 16, par 3. Seth Singleton's 2 up. He has the tee. And he goes with a big backhand hyzer there, Drake. And it's short, but safe. Grant Kelley with his tee shot, very aggressive. Great hyzer, and skips right under the basket. Wow.
That's a tough shot.
That's just what
Caught
he
a
needed.
little bit of foliage, John.
Yeah, it was aggressive, just right along this tree line off the tee, straight over the short tee pad, or not tee pad, correct, tee sign, but great shot there by Grant Kelley, nonetheless. This is shaping up to be an incredible match. We've seen a lot of these matches this year, Drake, where a competitor will go up by 2 or 3 holes, and then all of a sudden the other will take over the match, if you pardon my borrowing of that phrase. And they'll win 2 or 3 in a row, and sometimes even win the match all out, just like Jimmy Elkins did back on Friday against Blake David.
John, you know what my favorite win was this week?
What's that?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, and Tiger Woods, another example of someone taking over the match. Congratulations to him. But here's Seth Singleton. He has to make this. Here's his second shot, hole 16.
This is a makeable putt. I think Seth is going to run this, and he might just put it in.
It's in. Wow. Big putt there for Seth Singleton. And that's going to allow him to he'll be dormy from here on out. Seth Singleton is 2 up. Hole 16 was a push, and we'll be at hole 17 in just a minute. Hole 17, and Seth Singleton 2 up. He is dormy with the tee. A big hyzer out over the road, and I did not see where that landed, Drake. I'm thinking it's a long way from the basket.
It might have landed on the moon for all I know.
Grant Kelley, it just turns over just a bit, and he had the distance, but he's a good 40 feet wide right of the basket, Drake.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for Grant right now.
I will say he has already demonstrated earlier in this match that he can hit those long putts when the pressure's on, and he did so last year as well. Went up against a wall against Ryan Hintz in the round of 16. So he is no stranger to making putts in these circumstances, Drake.
Now, John, if Grant does lose here, do you think there is a curse on the Kelley brothers in the semifinals match?
Well, maybe wouldn't go so far as to say a curse, but it definitely is suspicious that we've had Kelleys in both of the semifinals up to this point. So far, we have not had a Kelley advance to the final, but they both definitely have the skill to do so. But match play is not easy. There's a very small window and margin for error.
I'm gonna say there's a hex on the Kelley brothers.
All right, Drake.
I take it as Seth is gonna lay this one up underneath the basket, make Grant make the putt.
And looks like
Grant might be out.
He's letting Grant Kelley go first, and here's Grant Kelley. Oh, wow, it had the distance, Drake. It was literally a couple of centimeters low.
Man, I hate that for Grant.
And Seth Singleton going for it. And it's long and left. And he'll have about 10 feet back to the basket. But he should be able to hit this and punch his ticket to the local finals here, Drake.
Should be an easy putt. I doubt he chokes on this one.
Okay, here is Seth Singleton to win this match and go to the finals. And he drains it dead center. Congratulations to Seth Singleton, the first player to punch his ticket to the US Amateur Matchplay Championship local final here at Woodland Park. We'll be back in just a minute with player interviews, so stay tuned.
You get one. Yeah. Oh, it might be able to into it.
All right, we're back here with Seth Singleton and Grant Kelley. Great match there, guys. It was back and forth for a good chunk of the match. What'd you think there, Grant, as you were
losing?
Yeah, coming around the bend.
Yeah, no, it was great. Loved it. Really fun experience. Losing, you know. Thank you for asking. No, in all seriousness, I love the match play. It's a lot of fun. If you didn't do it this year, get it next year. Seth not only played a great round, but also ran a great tournament. So.
Yeah, and you had an outstanding putt there on hole 12. One of the putts of the tournament so far. What was going through your mind when you stepped up to that disc?
Mostly I was wanting to capitalize on Seth's bad luck because he had just gotten a really bad roll away. And we really probably both should have been leaving that hole without any points, but just figured I could try to capitalize on that.
And Seth Singleton, obviously an exciting match for you. You are now the first player to punch their ticket to the finals here at Woodland Park. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. You're still in it. You're still in contention for third place.
Who do I play?
The loser of the next round.
Oh,
There's still
well,
a third.
I'll see you,
There's still a third
later.
place. You get one more.
Loser of the next round.
Yeah. So you'd be playing Jimmy Elkins.
Yeah, but Seth Singleton, congratulations. Just recap the match for us a little bit. How did it play out in your head?
Well, the nerves weren't here like they were in the first round. Obviously, it was the first time playing match play, so very jitters. But lost some points to Grant really early, and I thought he was going to pull away really quickly, so I didn't think that I was going to have a chance to come back. But a couple good shots later and a couple capitalizations, and I was back in it, so I just had to hang with him until the very end.
Well, congratulations to you, Seth, and you are the tournament director, so also thank you. It's pretty exciting that you'll get to be a part of the championship match here in the next week or so. So, congratulations.
Thank you, John.